So again, YouTube. This is a puppet. Actually, if I quickly back out and show you this. There's the working version. There's the basic version. This one, as you can see, is remixable. It's up there. This one, if I come into here, the gun is purely decorative. The gun doesn't do anything. But if I go to this one and go to view, this one has a working gun, in brackets working gun. It doesn't do any damage at the moment, but this video is more of a like, should I release a version of this gun? Like, should I make this gun a solo, like just the gun, no puppet or anything like that, that is usable on whatever puppet you want to place or anything like that. But at the moment, Triangle equips it. When it's equipped, it's got aim. Now if you look on the side, I don't know where you can see that. Let's go to this body over here. You can see a number on the side. It says 15. That's how many rounds are in the magazine. The little circle on the top of the gun is your scope. If you press R3, it actually zooms in on the down sights, iron sights, and then if you press circle, it reloads. Now, obviously, it's all pretty basic, but the main thing is the gun itself. If I go like this, and if I focus in, you see how the ring lights up, and the number says what's that, 3.92. If I pull the trigger at about there somewhere, then come and have a look, you'll see there's a it's not really easy to see, but there's a dot. So wherever you aim, let's not iron sight it, aim at the ground. Not really easy to see, but you can see the little black dots, or really dark red dots. What I've done, at the moment it doesn't orientate with the hit. But if I can get it to actually light up, there we go. All matter rounds, reload. So it's got like a hit detection, if you want to call it that. At the moment, all it is it's a fluffed up paint for like a square board, I'm going to call it. So what I've done is there's a laser scope on the gun, and if I just quickly go into the edit mode and go to there, there's the laser scope. So if I get a puppet, just say I want to aim, if I'm aiming somewhere, if that laser scope hits something, it goes, okay, it's hitting something. And then when you pull the trigger, it goes, okay, wherever it hit, wherever the contact point was, to spawn in the squib. So it doesn't do any damage, so you can't actually shoot anyone with it yet. But as a personal creation, I'm happy with this way it is. I can just turn around and say, okay, I'm happy with it. I can play with it like this all day, every day, or just watching all the dots appear and stuff like that. But do I make a module that people can place in whatever gun they're using? So it'd be like a muzzle brake or something like that, and you can place it on a gun, and then you can tell it when the gun is aimed, when the gun is fired, to use the laser sight, to use the magazine, stuff like that, so that if you want to use it as, if you're trying to make like a Call of Duty or Zombie Survival, something like that, do I make a version of it that you can just plonk it on a weapon, and whenever you do that, you can fire guns, run ammo, reload, and then obviously what I have to do, if I bring it up into edit mode with the laser scope, as you can see, the laser goes through the ground, and there's the hit something with a percentage, and if you look, like follow it through, it goes to wherever you set, which is 100 meters at the moment. So anytime it hits something, this number here changes. You can tell it what to hit. And there's the position of its hit, and there's its hit distance. The hit distance is running through so that when you're in the puppet, if I pull out that and go to the scope, as you can see it's 3.25. If I walk back, and then I go all the way back here, and then do it. I've made it too so the rotation's slower when you can see that's 10.36. So it's like a rangefinder and everything like that all at once. Lower butt. I don't see it being that much harder to go, okay, where the hit thing is. So you'd go that and that and go, okay, have a... If I come into here and grab one of these, and you can go, where is it, that one there. Just put a health modifier at the point of that and go, okay, remove 200 points of health. So if you hit anything, it's going to instantly die. And you can say, okay, so if it's at 100, if something's got 100 health, you hit it, it's going to die. You could go 50, so you could hit things twice. Or you could have it so that for a zombie game, you could turn around and say so the head has a 200 health and the rest is a 100 health. So if you hit the head, the head would be 100 health, the body would be 50 health. If you hit the head, instant death. You hit the body, you got to hit him twice. That would run off, as you can see, 14 rounds to fire a shot. Oh yeah, fire a shot. So you can see here, laser just runs straight down the barrel, off into the distance. You're not telling it to look at a tag. You're not worried about fall off range. So anything within 100 meters, and like this square is 10 meters ish. So 100 meters is way more than you're gonna need. If it hits anything, it can determine its position and it can determine its distance. So do I make a little module that's just got the laser scope like that, the magazine counter, maybe a flash, and have it like semi set up so that you can put it on. It'll do the bang bang bangs, but then if you want to do some extra little bit of wiring, you can have it so it does damage to the thing it hits, or that's where I'm like, I don't know whether to do it or not. Just like some of my other creations, it's like, are enough people gonna need it, use it, want it, whatever, for it to be, yeah. So at the moment, the magazine, the reload, you can reload as much as you like. It'll only spawn in one mag. Again, that's all changeable. The mag that's in it, if you look underneath, it disappears for a split second while it's reloading. With your downsights are not the circle. If it hits something, anything, it'll light up. So it's hitting the ground, so it's lighting up. So even if you're in a box, if I put a box around this, it would always be lit. So because I'm also hitting something, and then when you pull the trigger, it does. The iron sight one is literally just an extra camera. Yeah, so the question is, do I make a little module? It'll look like a little silencer or an end of a barrel or something like that you can literally just place on any gun and then have it work like that. I'm going to do a little bit of testing, seeing if it's a viable option to just do, like I was saying, with the health modifier. And if I make it so that the health modifier modifies at the point of impact of a certain radius. So, for example, if the impact is right there, maybe I'll make it so like a meter within that, or 2 meters within that, or whatever it hits, something like that. So it could be like if it hits something, the thing it hits takes damage of 100 points of health. So if you hit the ground, because the ground doesn't have a health thingy, if you hit the ground doesn't have a health thingy, so if you just do that, it's not going to hurt the ground because it doesn't have any health. But if, for example, if this is a person, like another puppet, it's got a health, it'll take damage, and you can kill it with the thing. So there's the question. That's all this stream was about. Do I make it? Do I release it? Do I make it a small module? Do I make it like a full gun? Do I make a copy of this gun? So yeah. So I'm out here. Stay safe. I'll catch you next time.